A beautiful day here on the Chesapeake. My wife's not too happy with me right now. Sailing off the coast of New Jersey today. All the weather reports say there's no wind at all, like 8 knots. Well, we got 16. It's never right, but it's amazing. We're doing 8.4 knots. I thought we were gonna have to motor all day today, and it's been great. We've been sailing all day, 8.5 knots right now. Cool. Hey, that's actually the Jersey Shore over there. Got sails up, got the jib up, and we're a sailboat. We're sailing south. That's weird. Oh, we're right next to Asbury Park, New Jersey. Of course that song has to come on. Chrome with you, the jacket, I'm stepping out over the line. Oh, maybe this sound and some bones on your back. It's a death trap. It's a suicide rap. We gotta get out while we're young. Asbury Park. Baby, we were born to run.
Well, once again, my husband made me get up before the sun this morning. Where did we leave from?
Cape Pendleton.
No, the day before yesterday. Where were we?
Port Washington.
Thank you. We were in Port Washington and we did 27 hours. We were going to go to Cape May, but we got this little hurricane out there named Hurricane Fiona. And she's kind of wreaking havoc on the Atlantic Ocean at the moment. So the waves were going to be pretty crappy coming out of the Atlantic Ocean up the Delaware River. So we went to the south side and spent the night, really nice night, in Cape Henlopen. It's a state park. We didn't get off the boat or anything.
We left the mouth of the Delaware River, and we're going to go up the Delaware and then go into the C&D Canal. We'll go 12 miles in the canal and end up at the little spot over there. The wind is coming from this way right now, but it's supposed to shift and start coming from here later. And then in a few hours, it's going to be coming from here. So we wanted to make as much time as we can up before the wind shifts and we're dead into the wind. So that's one thing. The second thing is we have current. Right now the current is going up about 9/10 of a knot, and it's going to stay like that for another hour or so, and then it's going to start shifting that way, and then it's going to start shifting that way, which is the wrong way. So we'll end up having current against us. So between the wind and the current, we probably should have woken up at 3 or 4 in the morning and started our way up. But I'm not waking up at 3 or 4 in the morning and sailing up the Delaware in the dark. George Washington did it, but it was for a whole different reason. I need to go up the Delaware. He just went across the Delaware. The Delaware is kind of tricky also because it's not like a wide open space like the Hudson River, for example. There's a bunch of shallow spots all over the place. So there's a channel that we should follow, but we're kind of taking the shortcut because of the wind angle, and we're going to go up here and we're going to go through this little cut there and then pop into the channel up here somewhere. We're going to go zip right past this little 900-foot boat with a 157-foot beam. We stopped for a couple of days on our way to Annapolis in the C&D Canal at Chesapeake City. So we're leaving Chesapeake City now. It's a cold, gloomy day. Got my hat on and everything. And we're gonna make our way down out of the C&D Canal to not sure yet where we're going actually. So somewhere on the other side of the canal towards Baltimore. And we'll stay there for wherever we end up. We'll stay there for a few days, and then we'll go to Baltimore for a few days, and then we will go to Annapolis.
Okay, for all you fashion police out there, do not judge me today. It's just one of those days. But we're pulling into the Swan Creek. It's not really, they have a marina, but they can't take us. So we're getting a mooring ball, and it's beautiful here. These are all tomatoes that I harvested from my arrow garden. There are 2 of them over here. This one's got a few more tomatoes on it. They'll be ready soon. This tomato looks like a butt. We're sailing to Baltimore today. We have a slip at the Inner Harbor Marina. We're seeing a concert actually on the 30th, which is one of the reasons why we're going there. We're going to see Eddie 9-Volt. I fell in love with him at the Big Blues Bender. So we're sailing over there to go see him.
We're having such a great sail today, and the cool part is I'm totally not expecting it. The weather said we'll have like maybe 10, 12 knots on the nose, and we've got like 16 knots of true. We're sailing at 49 degrees, and I got the head sail pulled in pretty tight to Genoa, but if you notice, the top telltales are flying up. What I should have done is I should have pulled the car back a lot more. I wasn't expecting to be using the head sail today.
In this clip, I'm pointing out the jib car on the port side of the boat for reference only. In case you're confused, the working sheet is actually on the starboard side in this clip.
So if I would have pulled the car back more, the top telltale would have been flowing backwards. And then we'd be sailing probably a little bit faster. We have the autopilot on wind vade mode at 49 degrees or 48 degrees, but I gotta pull it out of autopilot because we don't want to smack into any of the channel markers. We're hand steering for a bit to avoid that big red channel marker, because that would go boing.
How would that go?
It would go boing if we hit the boat with that.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, I know, it was even a nasty little scratch.
Yeah, don't hit it, honey. You're turning toward it. Stop turning toward it. And don't give me that face.
We were right in this way of this giant cargo ship, so I just kind of went back just to give us a little bit of more breathing room.
Put me on the end by the cheap boats, because I feel bad when I hit those expensive ones.
Oh my god.
That guy just said to the Inner Harbor Marina, put me on the end by the cheap boats so I don't feel bad, or because I'll feel bad when I hit the expensive ones. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm tired of running from door to door. You know, the girl I love, baby, she don't live here no more. Well, I'm a traveling man. Well, I'm a traveling man. Well, I don't want to lose this groove, baby. And I'm in the mood. I'm a traveling man. Take it for, baby. Oh.
I love it when I don't crash into shit.
We're in Inner Harbor, Baltimore, and I was just saying how beautiful this place is, and I was surprised how safe it is. And then I saw this. They have lots of scooters here, which are really fun, but now they're fishing them all out of the bay. So they already got half a dozen, and there's more. We need to pay attention a little bit more, is what the police officer just told us. Good to know. Good morning. This morning we are leaving Baltimore Inner Harbor Marina, and we're going to do a shot to Annapolis. The weather is not really good, but the last couple of days it hasn't been good either, and they say it's not going to be good for a couple more days, and we wanted to get to Annapolis by the 1st, and today's the 2nd. And we don't really have a deadline or anything. We paid for a marina there for the month, so it's not the end of the world, but I'm just getting antsy, stuck in Baltimore for many more days than we're expecting. Engine's running. We're going to do a double reef in the main to start because it's supposed to be blowing stink out there, and we'll see how it goes. Where are we going today?
We're going to Annapolis.
Maryland?
Well, we're in Maryland.
Maryland.
Maryland. But we're going to Annapolis.
You look cold.
It's cold. It's very cold. I don't know how cold it is, but
Seems cold.
I'm cold. I brought this up in case we wanted it.
I'm over here. Someone came on our boat yesterday, and they thought this is a picture of our kids.
That really makes me sad.
And that's us. And it was only 14 years ago. So apparently we got
aged a lot.
apparently we got really old in 14 years.
Because they were dumbfounded that that was us.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Think twice before you go. Baby, this will be the end. Think twice before you go. Baby, this will be the end. If you leave me one time, baby, you'll leave me again. Then you ain't suffer with me, baby. Then I know you paid your due. Then you ain't suffer with me, baby. Then I know you paid your due. Then you need me when I need you. Then you know you stand accused.
So we left Baltimore. We're still in Baltimore.
Maryland.
Yeah. And we got out here almost to the turn to go down the Chesapeake Bay. And was 16 knots of wind. So we had the sails up. We got a double reef in the main and full jib.
We have a double reef in the main because it's supposed to be like gale force winds today.
Better safe than sorry. Yeah. But now, those gale force winds just are not showing up, which I'm okay with that. But are you okay with doing 4-7?
Maybe this will be the end. Think twice before you go.
I think I'll live with it today.
I mean, it's not bad.
We'll get there an hour later. We'll get there at 4 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock.
Oh, we need to get there before 5. That we have to do.
Yeah, well, as soon as we get out into the Chesapeake, I think all hell's going to break loose. There's wicked clouds, and it's supposed to be gale force winds out there. So I don't know why it's 10 knots right now.
Yeah, but it said that it was
Stupid.
20 knots out there.
Stupid weather reports. What a difference 30 minutes makes. Now we got the winds. 23 knots true, 22 knots apparent. Seas are a little bit rougher than I was expecting, but I should have expected it. We got another 2 miles to go before we can turn more downwind, so that should help a lot. But yeah, this is what the weather said. I was hoping it would be wrong. but not so much. So windy is showing right now 17, gusts to 28, but at 2 o'clock it's going to be 19, gusts to 31, 5 o'clock 24, gusts to 35. That's why we want to kind of get in as fast as possible.
Yeah. There won't be any waves, he said. It's not enough fetch.
A beautiful day here on the Chesapeake. My wife's not too happy with me right now. Crazy man, gale force winds. Adrienne said we should have waited another day.
Yeah, I did.
I said it's not going to be that bad. Who's on my side? Anyone? Anyone?
Jeff wasn't kidding when he said I wasn't happy with him. I was pissed. Who voluntarily goes out in gale force winds? I spent a lot of that trip trying not to throw up, but I wasn't successful. By the time we got to the Pier 7 marina, I was spent. Docking was a shit show because of the wind and the current. It was only saved by our neighbors Shane and Tanya on Seascape. Thanks, guys, for jumping in like you did. Needless to say, videoing the scene was low on our priority list.
We got lots of boat projects we're doing before we head to the Caribbean and Bermuda. We got a bunch of new line, new sheets, got a new magma grill. We're going to put some peel and stick carpet on our stairs. And the most exciting thing is our Starlink. Adrienne just installed the fishing rod holder over there. We'll put the Starlink up there now and see if it's going to work. We got some Trentadue, a 2019 and a 2020
Sangiovese?
Trentadue Sangiovese cork in there. So that's going to be good luck. Because we love that shit.
Yes, we do. That's some good stuff.
And we're hoping this doesn't with the solar panels. I've got another bracket we can put over here to make it a little bit more waterproof.
Okay. And to keep it from falling out.
And to keep, yeah, it'll hold it in and we can screw it in.
Okay. Oh, it's moving by itself. Look at that. It's trying to find the satellite.
Okay, so I'm going to put it into stow mode now and see what it does.
Stow mode. What's
So-
stow mode?
Oh, okay, it didn't, so it's stowed. So it's just like offline, but if I move it like this,
Gotta lift it out a little more. Okay, so that just means you gotta add another cork to lift it out a little more, right?
yeah.
That's okay, we can do that.
Okay, so I'm going to unstow it and see what it does.
Okay.
So I unstowed it. It says it's online. And I've got, for some reason right now, the way it is now, we've got 72 megabits download speed. 73. So maybe if it does this more than the sideways more, we'll be okay.
Yeah, but how's it getting satellite feed from that angle? It's not facing the sky. Unless it found a satellite way over there.
Here, right behind my butt.
Oh, there it goes.
It should end up pointing that way more.
It's working on it.
Yep, it's exact. So this is exactly the way Shane's is.
Okay, so it found it.
And it's not quite as far into our.
So I think we need to ask Elon Musk, what happens if I paint pink glittery nail polish on the corners so that people see it?
Elon,
Elon, what
do we do?
happens?
You're the best, by the way.
Alrighty. We got Wi-Fi.
Okay, let me see. Let me do the speed test real quickly.
Okay.
Wow.
What is it?
Right now I got about 130 megabits per second.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Elon.
You're the best, Elon. So now the trick is to get this cable and stow it properly. So think about running it back through here into there.
You can do that.
Or there's no way to get it through there. I wonder.
You gotta drill a hole. Gotta be a big hole. All right, we're gonna figure it out. We'll let you know.
Yeah. My adventure's up in the ceiling. So I'm up in my port. In the port
You have any string?
aft cabin.
String?
And we ran a guideline for our Starlink, and I just found it over here. And it came out of that hole over there. So now we can run the Starlink cable.
We're gonna run a messenger line.
This is the messenger line. Anyway, so this is what it looks like up inside the attic of our boat. The cool thing is, while I was up here,
The cool thing is me.
no, I found a screwdriver.
Did you really?
Yeah. So that's a plus.
At the end of the string, this end of the string here,
Okay, hold on.
to the fish tape. And then I'll retrieve the fish tape and pull the string. And then we can decide how we're gonna send the cable.
This reminds me of that time I was in camp and we heard the story of the guy who had a hook and he tried to kill the kids, but the thing is the hook was on his foot and not on his hand, and he just couldn't kill any kids because he could barely run. It was a crazy story. Anyway, these are the things I think about when I'm stuck in the attic of my boat. He's pulling the fish tape through. I can cut it?
Cut the string with enough left over to tie it to the end of the Starlink. Tie
Okay.
and tape. I'm going to give you the end here. So you want to make sure that that is
Yeah.
super duper secure. And then, like the direction that I'm pulling it, make like a nose cone around the string and the end of the Starlink cable so that it can't catch on stuff.
A nose
With
cone.
tape.
Okay, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's smooth, like a cone shape, so
Yeah.
when we pull it, it doesn't grab on something and ruin that cable.
Okay.
You ready? So I'm gonna pull that slowly, feed it so I don't have a lot of back pressure on it, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Do you have it?
Got it.
You got it.
Yay. Now we have a Starlink cable going from outside the boat to inside the boat, bitches. I'm getting a little claustrophobic, and I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to fit through this hole that I came out of. I did something with my arms, like I did like a contortion thing. So hopefully that goes okay when I leave. And did I tell you guys all that I found a screwdriver? And that's pretty cool because we've been missing that screwdriver for like a year. We found it.
Make a little room just so I can get the drill in.
Oh God. I hope we can get out of here. Okay.
Howdy.
There's Jeff up in the ceiling. I sound like I'm in a bathroom because I am. But he and Tony just installed our Starlink. Oh, you okay?
I dislocated my shoulder so I can pop out.
Oh, you're such a manly man.
And I was like, I just popped it back in.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Woo!
Yay, we have Starlink
We have Starlink officially
installed.
When therapy, we all need when therapy